All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Good morning and welcome to the first installment of Monday morning meetings during this time of distance learning. First off, I'd like to emphasize three major points that are going to be mandatory during this time. First off, communication. Communication is going to be as important as ever during this time of distance learning. You're going to have to communicate with your teachers to understand what's going on and to maintain a grasp on the knowledge you are trying to obtain. Remember, the school year is not over, so keep on working hard and communicating with your teachers. Also communicate with your friends and your classmates. Make sure that you're not giving up on those relationships just because you're stuck at home. Second off, compassion. You are stuck at home, and remember to stay at home. Do your part and have compassion for those who are working hard to stop this virus. Do your part, and the more of you that do your part, the sooner we can get back to a somewhat normal lifestyle. Third off, I'd like to emphasize focus. Make sure that you remain focused on your schoolwork. Just because we are at home learning does not mean the school year is over. Remain focused, especially those of you freshmen, sophomores, juniors who are still working to get into college and building up a resume for yourselves. Stay focused and really try to finish off this year strong. Other than that, I'd really like to emphasize getting in touch with your health mentally and physically. There's a lot of anxiety right now due to the scenario in the world today. And just make sure that while you are focused on your schoolwork, don't let that be such a source of anxiety. Do what you can to treat yourself mentally and physically. Get good exercise, eat well, get good sleep, watch movies that you like, read books, and try to make the most of the time that you have here as we are working out ways to better ourselves and better each other during this time of separation. Other than that, I'll have to say stay healthy, stay safe, be smart, and keep in touch with your friends. Next, we will hear from Ms. Scholitz. Go Spartans. Have a great week.
Good morning, upper school students, and thank you for listening to me and my daughter Nika here. We are going to share some information with you, and rather than me reading from a script, I thought it'd be a lot more fun for Nika to interview me. Plus, I know that she's already bored with staying home, and I thought this might spice it up a little bit. Nika, will you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nika. So, Mom, Turner seems to know a lot and be pretty important. Who is he?
So Turner is our upper school student body president. And Turner's always been a natural leader, but I think that he stepped it up a little bit with his previous message. And he, just like you, might be taking on new roles and doing things and becoming more responsible than maybe you want to be at this time. For example, you might be helping your siblings with their homework, or maybe your grandparents are staying with you and you're helping with them, and even around the house. It's times like this that I think we need to work together, and the best way to do that is to communicate and to talk to one another. You gotta ask the question.
Mom, how can the kids communicate or ask questions?
They can reach out in whatever they in whatever way they want, or to whomever they want to talk to or feel most comfortable to speak to. Whatever it is they have to ask, they need to ask. And I've already received a lot of questions, so thank you for reaching out. I've received questions such as, what do I do if my Chromebook doesn't work? Or what do I do if I meet with a class just 2 times a week? All these questions and more will be answered in the Q&A section on the ACAD Daily, so please check your ACAD Daily.
For my third question, from all the questions you've been asked, what do you think the students would like to know right now?
I'm sure they're wondering how long they'll have to learn from home and when they'll be able to come back to normal classes and the way things used to be. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to this question. Nobody does. But as soon as I know, I promise I will let you know, because I know that we all want to get back together. But since this is our new normal, we should make it our best normal and work together.
I know you want to thank a lot of people, but who do you want to thank?
Yes, I do want to thank a lot of people. I like to start by thanking the teachers. Teachers, if you think about it, just a week ago today, you probably never Zoomed before, and now you're using Zoom to lead a classroom. That's no easy feat, and I know that's just one example of the many things that you're doing. Thank you for that, and please know that I'm here if you need any help, and students, be patient with your teachers as they figure everything out. I'd also like to thank the parents because I know this is also a new normal for them. They've never had you at home so much, and now you're there all the time, all the day, and really not quite sure what to do with yourself. And I know that this is challenging for all of us, and we definitely want to give a shout out to the parents and let them know that they should also reach out if they have any questions, suggestions, or ideas. And finally, students, I want to thank you. I know that you are also receiving a lot of emails, invites, instructions from a variety of ways and teachers, and this could sometimes be overwhelming and frustrating. So what you need to do is be sure that you ask questions and you figure it out. So if you don't know what you're supposed to do, don't wait for you to be told. Ask your teachers and continue to help us through this, because I know that together it's the best way to do this. So let's continue to be patient and kind and communicate, because that's the way to go. Thank you.
Anything else, Mom, before I go? By the way, I'm going.
Yes, I'd like to close as Turner began, with a quotation. And I'd like to end with a quotation that I believe really expresses how much of this is in your hands, students. It was said by Charles Swindoll. He said, "I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes. So students, let's make the best of it and have a good day."